Have you ever stopped to think about your relationship with money? How does your attitude towards it shape your financial decisions? How many opportunities do not get lost due to a lack of understanding of the psychology involved in our relationship with money? Imagine thinking about money as more than just numbers and math. It's not just an equation waiting to be solved. In reality, money decisions happen away from calculators. Instead, it's often at dinner tables, including the emotions like ego, pride, fear, and personal history that we bring to the table. Money is more than just facts and figures. It's about understanding our own complex nature. So, when it comes to financial success, it's not only about what you know, but also how you behave with money. It's a fascinating mix of numbers and human psychology. This video takes inspiration from Morgan Housel's book, The Psychology of Money. It's not your typical finance book with loads of numbers, graphs, or complicated economic theories. Instead, it delves into something more profound and personal, our emotions and how they shape our financial decisions. In this video, we'll explore 11 lessons from the book that can enhance your understanding of money and empower you to make wiser financial choices. Get ready for a journey beyond the numbers, into the fascinating realm of how our emotions impact our relationship with money. We each have our own wiring, unique passions, fears, and dreams. When it comes to money, our thoughts and emotions are just as distinct. Achieving financial success isn't solely about having knowledge, a high IQ, or math skills. It's about our behavior, and we all lean towards certain behaviors over others. To truly understand why you make the financial choices you do, whether it's spending, saving, using debt, or delaying investments, you need to dive into how the psychology of money influences your actions. It's the key to unlocking the roots of your financial behavior. In The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel breaks down how our emotions influence the way we handle money. It's not about turning into a robot with no feelings. Instead, it's about recognizing that our emotions have a big impact on our financial choices. Housel goes beyond the usual advice of saving more and spending less. He explores the emotional side of our money habits, urging us to think about why we make certain financial decisions. Are they based on logical thinking, or are they driven by our emotions? It's a fascinating journey into understanding the psychology behind our wallets without getting too technical. Understanding the psychology of money will help us be aware of those thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. By recognizing our biases, avoiding unnecessary risks, staying disciplined, and focusing on our long-term goals, we can build wealth and achieve financial security. Number 1. Everyone approach money differently. This lesson emphasizes the importance of avoiding quick judgments about how people handle their finances. Consider investing in stocks as an example. If you were born in the 1970s, the S&P 500, tracking the top 500 US companies, saw a tenfold growth between ages 13 and 30. Meanwhile, for those born 20 years earlier, the market remained stagnant. These diverse experiences shape individuals' perspectives on the stock market. Naturally, those born in the 1970s are more inclined to invest in stocks, while those from the 1950s may be skeptical about the stock market's worth. It might seem perplexing to someone like you or me, questioning why everyone isn't investing in the S&P 500 or crypto given their upward trends. However, the crucial takeaway is that people's attitudes toward money are molded by their circumstances. Understanding this is vital before passing judgment on financial decisions. Don't underestimate the role of luck when it comes to making money. Whether it's financial success or any other life goal, the outcome is a mix of luck, skill, and unfair advantages. Take Bill Gates, for instance. While he's undoubtedly talented, he also had the luck of attending one of the few high schools in the US with a computer, setting the stage for his coding exploration and the founding of Microsoft. The key takeaway, as Morgan suggests in the book, is not to fixate on individual stories, like how Elon Musk or Bill Gates achieved wealth. Instead, we should focus on broader patterns that highlight how different people encounter luck and opportunities at various times. It's a reminder that success often involves a combination of skill and fortunate circumstances. The importance of learning to say, "This is enough." As humans, it's natural to keep shifting our goals once we achieve them, whether they're financial, career-related, or personal. We often perpetually look ahead to the next milestone, comparing ourselves to those higher up on the invisible ladder. Personally, I've been chasing entrepreneurship since I was 22, starting with zero income and gradually building it up over time to a point where many would consider it more than enough. The challenge lies in the fact that our comparator group keeps changing. For instance, when I began a YouTube channel, making even a small amount felt satisfying. However, as the channel grew, the benchmark shifted to channels with millions of subscribers, creating a cycle of perpetual comparison. Morgan's point is to recognize when enough truly is enough and to resist the constant pursuit of growth for its own sake. It's about asking the crucial question, do I need to take that extra step, or is what I have already sufficient? His quote encapsulates it well. There is no reason to risk what you have and need for what you don't have and don't need. It's a reminder to appreciate and acknowledge when we've reached a point of contentment and not jeopardize it for unnecessary pursuits. Appreciate the magic of compounding. Consider this. You invest $1,000 in the S&P 500 index fund and earn a reasonable 10% return per year. By the start of the second year, you have $1,100. Now, you're not just earning 10% on the initial $1,000, but on the entire $1,100. This process repeats, and as time goes on, you're earning returns on your returns. When dealing with significant amounts, the results become staggering. Morgan illustrates this with Warren Buffett, who, despite having a net worth of around $84.5 billion when the book was written, accumulated $81 billion after his 60th birthday. A key factor in Buffett's immense wealth is that he started investing at the age of 10, amassing $1 million in investments by the age of 30. The book provides compelling math, showing that 99.9% of Buffett's wealth is a result of compounding, his early start and consistent commitment to it over the years. It's a powerful lesson on the exponential growth potential of compounding over time. Save as much as possible, even without specific reason to do so. While we often associate saving with income minus expenses, Morgan suggests a different perspective. Savings equal income minus ego. It's an intriguing way to examine our spending habits. How much of our spending is truly necessary, and how much is driven by ego? This introspection allows us to evaluate and potentially reduce unnecessary expenses. Morgan emphasizes that our savings rate is the only variable we can control in this equation. We can't control our income, market returns, or other external factors, but we can determine the percentage of our income we save. A high savings rate and low expenses provide financial freedom, enabling us to live with less financial stress. Many people find themselves stuck in jobs they don't enjoy because their lifestyles demand a high income. The lesson is about questioning the trade-off between material possessions and personal happiness. Why spend a significant portion of our lives unhappy for the sake of a fancy house or car? By lowering our expense rate and increasing our personal savings rate, we gain more autonomy, anti-fragility, and freedom to pursue what truly matters to us. It's a valuable reminder that financial independence is not just about the numbers, but about creating a life that aligns with our values and brings fulfillment. Use the money to buy freedom. Morgan emphasizes that the true value of money lies in the flexibility and optionality it provides, not just in acquiring material possessions like a fancy house or car. Studies consistently show that beyond a certain income threshold, around $75,000 in the US, more money doesn't significantly increase happiness or life satisfaction. Considering that time is our most precious non-renewable resource, Morgan suggests that using money to purchase extra time and freedom is a wise investment. Unlike money, time cannot be replenished, making it crucial to prioritize experiences that bring fulfillment. Instead of spending on unnecessary luxury items, redirecting money towards buying freedom aligns with the pursuit of a happy and meaningful life. Additionally, the lesson touches on the idea that becoming wealthy is distinct from staying wealthy. Achieving financial success is one aspect, but maintaining it involves mindful decisions and a focus on what truly contributes to a fulfilling life. It's a reminder that the ultimate goal is not just accumulating wealth, but utilizing it in a way that enhances our well-being and grants us the freedom to lead a meaningful life. Getting wealthy is very different from staying wealthy. Morgan Housel points out that acquiring money often involves taking risks, being optimistic, and putting oneself out there. On the other hand, maintaining wealth requires a different approach, one of humility and the fear that what you've earned can be taken away just as swiftly. Reflecting on this lesson, consider the decision to allocate investments, such as choosing between stocks, bonds, and real estate. While stocks may present volatility and potential for significant returns, the focus shifts from continual wealth accumulation to preserving and growing what's already earned. The emphasis is on maintaining a diversified portfolio across various asset classes, acknowledging that the goal is not just to make more money, but to safeguard and gradually increase what's already accumulated. In this context, withdrawing all stock market returns and real estate investments to put solely into crypto would be viewed as a risky decision. Even though crypto might surge, the potential downside could have a more significant negative impact on one's life. The lesson emphasizes the importance of balancing risk and maintaining a diversified approach to ensure long-term financial stability and success. It's a reminder that staying wealthy involves a different set of considerations and actions than those required to accumulate wealth in the first place. Try to avoid being attention-seeking. Morgan writes to his son, "You might think he wants an expensive car or a fancy watch and a huge house, but I'm telling you, all you want is respect and admiration from other people. And you think that having expensive stuff will bring it. But it rarely does, especially from the people that you want to respect and admire you." Now, there are two main reasons for this, and the first one is the man in the car paradox. While people may believe that having the newest Tesla or a lavish mansion will make them appear cool and affluent, others don't necessarily admire the person with these possessions. Instead, they admire the possessions themselves, envisioning owning such luxury items. The act of buying expensive things in an attempt to gain respect seldom works because true admiration and respect cannot be bought. Secondly, Morgan stresses that there's no virtue in being flashy about money or spending recklessly. True wealth, he argues, lies in the money you have not spent. Being discreet about your financial situation and avoiding unnecessary flaunting can contribute to long-term financial success and genuine respect from others. This lesson serves as a reminder that material possessions alone don't command admiration or respect, and true wealth is often more about financial prudence than extravagant displays of affluence. The importance of leaving room for error in financial planning. This idea involves two key aspects. Firstly, it's about ensuring that you can weather challenging situations if your anticipated returns fall short. For instance, if you're expecting a 7% increase in your investments, it's crucial to plan for the possibility of lower returns, like 4%, 3%, 2%, or even negative returns. The second aspect goes beyond physical survival. It involves emotional survival as well. Morgan Housel points out that it's not just about having enough money to survive challenging financial circumstances, but also considering the emotional toll. For example, if you decide to leave your job to pursue a full-time career as a YouTuber, having 2 years' worth of expenses as a safety net may seem rational. However, emotional factors come into play as you watch your savings diminish. The emotional strain might lead you to make impulsive decisions, such as returning to your previous job. Morgan's insight is that financial planning should account for these emotional decisions and the human behaviors that influence our relationship with money. Acknowledging the psychological aspects of financial decision-making is crucial, as we don't always act in entirely rational or logical terms. The lesson encourages a holistic approach that considers both the financial and emotional dimensions of our financial journey. Avoid making extreme financial commitments based on assumptions about your future self. Some individuals may think, "I'll never buy a house so I can splurge now," or "I won't have kids so I don't need to save for their college fund." However, Morgan Housel points out the flaw in this thinking. Psychologists call this the end of history illusion. The end of history illusion refers to our tendency to underestimate how much will change in the future. While we can accurately reflect on changes in the past decade, predicting our future selves is challenging. Housel emphasizes that despite feeling certain about current life choices, there's a high probability of changing goals, values, and desires over time. Considering this, making extreme financial commitments based on present assumptions can be risky. The lesson encourages a more flexible approach, understanding that life trajectories can evolve unexpectedly. It discourages the live fast, die young mindset, as one might later realize a desire for a longer and financially stable life. Planning for future uncertainties and avoiding financial decisions based on rigid assumptions allows for greater adaptability and resilience in the face of life's changes. The importance of being reasonable rather than strictly rational in final decision-making. Morgan Housel argues that good decisions are not always purely rational. They often involve a blend of reason and emotion. Recognizing our emotional nature as human beings is crucial, as we aren't solely logical entities making perfectly rational decisions. An example Housel provides is the decision to pay off a mortgage. From a purely rational standpoint, it might seem more economically beneficial to invest the money rather than paying off the mortgage, considering potential returns from stocks and shares. However, Housel emphasizes the emotional aspects of paying off a mortgage, the sense of security, peace of mind, and the feeling of having a debt-free home. In this case, making a decision that aligns with emotional needs can be reasonable, even if it's not strictly rational from a financial optimization perspective. The lesson encourages individuals to consider not just the logical, economic reasons for a decision, but also the emotional benefits. It acknowledges that optimizing for financial returns should also account for personal comfort, peace of mind, and the ability to sleep well at night. Ultimately, being reasonable in financial decisions involves balancing both rational considerations and emotional well-being. Those are the 11 money lessons from the book. You can learn deeply when you get the book that we're sure will change your life. Let us know what you think in the comment below, which lesson you've tried out. So, what can you do today to improve your relationship with money? We've taken a deep dive into this complex question throughout our discussion, and now it's time for the key takeaways and actionable steps. First off, money and feelings go hand in hand. Figure out what's driving your financial decisions. Is it fear, greed, or perhaps a desire for security? Once you know, you can make smarter choices. Remember, money's a tool, not the end goal. Start by saving a bit of your paycheck regularly. Small amounts add up over time. Proving consistency is more powerful than the amount. Educate yourself, diversify your portfolio, and be patient. Wealth is not built overnight. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Lastly, we've explored the true meaning of wealth. It's not just having a big bank balance. It's about financial freedom and peace of mind. Wealth means making choices that make you happy, not being dictated by financial constraints. Always remember, money's a way to get what you want, not the end goal. True wealth is having the freedom to live life your way. With some patience, discipline, and long life learning, anyone can succeed financially and build a secure future for themselves and their loved ones. So, how can you implement these lessons? Start by understanding your emotions around money. Define your financial goals and start saving for them, even if it's just a little. Learn about investments and mix up where you put your money. Lastly, rethink what wealth means to you, focusing on your happiness and peace of mind. Remember, changing your perspective on money can change your life. Make the decision today to start a healthier relationship with your finances. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. I'll see you next.